Hey everyone, what's going on? Greg here again from Team Blast. So, one of my clients, they're an HVAC company, and one of their target keywords is AC service. So, you see on the left hand side, back on January 20th, the map was basically all red for them. Now, on March 18th, there's more green dots within the 6 mile radius, which is going to lead to more impressions, website clicks, phone calls, leads, and hopefully customers for them looking for AC service. So, to start, I'm always using Local Falcon to track my local SEO results for all of my clients. What I really like about this report is that every time I do the scan again for the term AC service with an 11 by 11 grid and a 6 mile radius, I can see the top competitors who are ranking exactly in that area, and then how my client, who's the red line, if they're growing in share of local voice. Now, share of local voice is that top three that you'll see whenever you Google anything that has a local intent. So, like movers near me, AC service, HVAC, locksmith. Google will display three organic map pack listings on page one of Google. That's the share of local voice. That's dots 1 through 3 on the map. So if I go over here again, that is the map dots 1 through 3. That means you're on page one of Google via that map pack exactly in that spot within the 6 mile radius. So I can already see here that who are the top competitors. And then if my client, who's the red line, we started off so low with share of local voice, and now we're at 7.44%. Again, we're growing. We're still not where we want to be, but we are certainly better than where we were 2 months ago. Now, this is a little bit easier view to see. So I removed all the competitors just to kind of show their share of local voice growth. So you can see way back in January, they had it below 1%. So basically, exactly where their location is, they were shown up on page one. But if you moved like a quarter mile in any direction, they were not on page one. So we've been growing the map, flipping more dots, position 1, 2, 3, which gives them now that page one of Google ranking for the term AC service. So here's the map progression again in a little more detail. So again, Local Falcon, every time I run the scan, I get the exact map of the timestamp that I did it. And I have a lot of scans here, but I want to kind of show you how the map is slowly changing for them. You can see on the left-hand side, this is January 20th, middle is February 13th, and the one on the right now is March 18th. So you can see how the map is starting to slowly change for them, which is how local SEO works. It's a slow progression of multiple keywords changing, which is going to lead to more phone calls and hopefully customers too. Now, this is something that I do. I don't see a lot of other local SEO companies talk about this, so I figured I would share. I do aggregate ranking. So every time I run a local Falcon scan and I get the up to date share of local voice, I put that into Excel and then I aggregate that within the month, because every time I run a scan, rankings are going to go maybe slightly up or slightly down from the last scan. But if we're improving over time, we should see a month over month growth. So what I have here is AC service. And then if you look at the column Q9, you can see they had a 0.83% share of local voice. Then AD9, they have a 4.13%. So we grew basically 4 percentage points roughly month over month. Now throughout March, I'm sharing exactly every time I run the scan for them. So they went 4.96, 4.96, 4.96 to now recently 7.44. So we actually had a little bit of growth. We have a 5.58 share of local voice average. So we've actually improved that now 1.45% month over month. So this is so critical because now I know, okay, well, we've hit 7.44. This is our best rank ever. How can I squeeze more performance to get them more phone calls? So here's some steps that I've taken. Now, there's more than simply just this, but I think this would be helpful if you're looking for ways to grow your business. So to start, top left, I removed unnecessary secondary categories. So when I use Local Falcon and I look at the top competitors in the area, I try to see uh, where the overlap is. So a lot of times they might only have 2 or 3 different secondary categories. My client had plenty more than that. I felt like it was too broad, and I felt like it was losing focus of the term AC service. So I removed unnecessary secondary categories because they were not driving qualified impressions or phone calls for them. Next, post regular updates twice a week around AC related projects. So you have the update section within Google My Business. I was posting things about the weather, having tune-ups, maintenance, service, etc., sharing updates with the community where they serve. Next, I got them listed on a high quality directory that showcases their name, address, phone number, and their reviews. Top right, expanded their question and answer content on Google My Business. So they get a lot of questions all the time from their community around HVAC and AC services, etc. So I took all those questions and I put that into their Google My Business account as a question to answer. I think it's a small ranking factor, and I think it also keeps your content fresh on Google My Business. All right, bottom row now. So bottom left, I reviewed the top competitors within Local Falcon, and I looked for winnable dots to flip. So for me, dots to flip are dots 4 through 6. Those are just off page one of Google. So I spend a lot of time looking at the scans and saying, okay, if they are ranking consistently in position 4, 5, or 6, what can I do to flip those dots? Can I include those towns in the service areas? Can we look for local directories to get on? Can I make changes to the website to kind of include those towns and cities? There's a lot of other things you can do, but those are key areas. If you can flip them, that's an automatic page one of Google ranking for them. It's going to lead to more phone calls and impressions, website clicks. Next, ran additional local Falcon scans to get more granular in a 6 mile radius. So really, what I mean by that is that I run every scan for them at least is by 11 by 11 by 6 miles. But what you don't see is that I'll actually take that exact 6 mile scan and do maybe like a 15 by 15 scan, or I might change that to just like a 4 mile scan and drop the pin exactly where we're trying to target. So I'm looking for more micro target areas to really focus on. So when I do the traditional 11 by 11 scan, I already have an idea of what maybe some towns that I might have overlooked that I'm not seeing that I need to really target exactly to get them better rankings. Next, I did the aggregate ranking report. So that was the previous slide that I shared. I think aggregate ranking is really important to see if we're seeing growth over time. And of course, there's more. So, I never even talked about things like products and services and Bing Maps, Apple Maps, website changes, etc. There's so much that goes involved with local SEO, but I think that's a pretty good start. So really, I guess this is just the most important view you can see here. Local Falc gives me the before and after. For every time I run the scan, I can see how the map is changing. And as more dots become greener, that's my page one of Google ranking for them. And then when I check in with them on a weekly basis, hey, are you getting more phone calls? It usually lines up with how the map is turning for them. Anyway, thanks guys for watching this video and stay tuned for the next one.